Eddie Hearn raises serious questions at WBC over Manny Pacquiao getting title shot on comeback. The age disparity in the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight had already sparked plenty of debate, but what caught many off guard was Eddie Hearn getting dragged into the controversy, especially in connection with WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman. With both Hearn and Sulaiman being longtime veterans in the combat sports world, they understand the optics of such moves. So when the WBC suddenly decided to rank Manny Pacquiao in the top 10 welterweight rankings despite a 4-year absence, it was bound to raise eyebrows. And Eddie Hearn certainly wasn't going to let it slide. Although Sulaiman later admitted that ranking Pacquiao was a mistake, the damage was already done, and Hearn wasted no time in delivering a stinging rebuttal. "I am a winner," Alvarez excited ahead of Crawford fight. 248. When asked about Sulaiman's claim that Hearn was criticizing the situation only because he wasn't promoting the fight, the Matchroom boss didn't hold back. "It's the funniest. Imagine Mauricio Sulaiman of WBC accusing me of double standards. That's hilarious," Hearn fired back. He made it clear that the issue wasn't about promotional rivalry, it was about fairness. The WBC's decision to place the 46-year-old in the rankings, just to facilitate the title fight, Hearn argued, was unjustified, and in his view, it's another example of the kind of industry politics he's no longer willing to tolerate. The reality is, the reason Manny Pacquiao has been put in the rankings is because, forget that he's a legend. Eddie Hearn stated bluntly, "It's because Sulaiman thinks Pacquiao is a big fight that generates a lot of money in sanctioning fees." He didn't mince words, suggesting that for Sulaiman, the financial appeal of Pacquiao's return outweighs the competitive fairness of ranking him. That's the reality, and sometimes you'd be better off just being honest about it, Hearn added. For Eddie Hearn, Manny Pacquiao himself is not the issue, but the way Mauricio Sulaiman and the WBC have endorsed Manny Pacquiao's return at age 46 for a title shot. Yes, that's where the problem lies. So what does Eddie Hearn exactly think about the fight? Eddie Hearn slams Manny Pacquiao's Mario Barrios title fight. Manny Pacquiao should not be fighting for a world title. That was Eddie Hearn's blunt assessment in a clip shared by Fight Hub on Instagram weeks ago. While Hearn began by praising Pacquiao's legendary status, calling him someone who has the right to do whatever he wants in the sport, he didn't shy away from criticizing the Filipino icon's sudden return to title contention. Should he be fighting for a world title? Absolutely not, Hearn stated. Should he be installed in the rankings immediately at number 5 or whatever it is after being retired? In another interview with Fight Hype, Hearn echoed his frustrations, calling Pacquiao's WBC ranking unjustified. "You can't just be out for 5 years, like already be done, and then come back, have a couple of exhibitions, look terrible, and then phone up the WBC and say stick me in at number. What's he 5? While firm in his critique, Hearn emphasized it wasn't personal. He acknowledged Pacquiao's influence and popularity, but held firm that world title shots should be earned based on recent performances, not past glories. "I'm happy for Manny, but it just shouldn't work out like that," Hearn concluded, warning fans not to overlook the toll of time. "You'll see a shot legend in the ring," which I think is quite sad. Still, he admitted that if Manny Pacquiao feels ready and has the will, he wishes him well. However, for Eddie Hearn, it's about preserving boxing's integrity, not blocking a comeback. With that said, the question is, can Manny Pacquiao still captivate audiences and prove the doubters wrong in his return to the title stage? What do you think?